Alrighty, welcome everybody to the NACL Day 2, brought to you by Band. I'm one of your casters, Jarrell, and accompanying me is Mr. Pillbox. How's it going?
What up? NACL! Oh my goodness. It's
The
been
League
so
of
long.
Salt.
Sodium
Yeah.
chloride. Can't have
Sodium
it.
chloride. All right, I'm excited. Are you excited?
Oh heck yeah, man. I'm a
The
little
draft begins.
too excited. I'm right into the draft. I'm good with that. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Taco band.
Interesting.
Not too familiar with the popular bands at the VG rank, but Taco always a big one.
I haven't really been seeing any consistent bands, so kind of just people knowing who they're playing against and trying to target them specifically.
Looks like they're doing some serious carry bands. Yep.
Well, at least Grumpjaw and Baron, two of the top band picks in rankings, usually open for play.
Looks like we're gonna see him pick maybe. Grumpjaw first pick. Not too scared of it.
He just feels broken. When you play him, he's just a beast.
He's one of the first heroes. Grime used to be this important because if Grime got close to you, it was very hard to get away. And if you were melee, it was a nightmare. He's kind of like that. You just got to stay away from him. It's gonna be easy to do it.
I like this guy pick into that though. She's a good counter for him just because she's so mobile and she can hit him pretty hard too. So I like that.
You know what I miss? Weapons guy.
I
Not that
miss her
Crystal
too.
Sky. She's not cool, but Weapons guy required a lot of thinking. A lot.
Well, and that one, like Weapon Sky, was so, like, just so mechanical. Like, you just have to be so good with it to play it well.
You get that stutter step.
And it also just felt like you were playing an entirely different hero from CP Sky. Like, it didn't even feel at all the same.
All right, so Lance is a good counter for this Grumpjaw on top of this guy, so they can actually focus this last pick and specialize it because they're countering Grumpjaw very well.
Yeah, especially if they can get the stun off if he's ulted someone, get them out of that ult. Ooh, Baron. So do you think it's gonna go CP Baron or CP Grumpjaw?
CP. It's gotta be late game Baron, early game CP from the Grumpjaw if he can get close, which is gonna be hard with these guys at this level, but gonna
Yeah.
help.
I mean, usually the CP Grumpjaw, it's like almost like a proc Blade kind of build, so it's just gonna be like just abilities non-stop and just big bursty damage. It's gonna be nasty. Baron and Grumpjaw are like just two of the most broken heroes right now.
It's gonna be tough.
Swap heroes.
If they can get away from the initial engage from the fortress, you know, they have a lot of time to do damage because Baron, once he's in, he's in. Once he's out, he's out. So
Yeah.
if they can capitalize on any mistakes that are made, see this going the way
I mean, I'm just
of Team
really
Peacock.
I'm digging 4U's draft here. Like, there's just so much burst and damage, and then Fortress has with the Mortal Wound. It's just gonna be just a lot of nasty stuff coming Peacock's way.
I'm looking for some combos out of We2Sexy, but you know, it's going to be about the skilled individual plays out of Peacock. Because Lance is going to provide those opportunities, but it's going to be the mechanics of Cethery and Moonlight Dragon.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, that Lance could make or break it right now, depending on the plays he can do.
To get that damage down. So not a lot of focus here on the middle minion, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Here at the very beginning, I remember at the start of this meta, people were rushing that thing.
I still do sometimes in my own ranked games, but yeah, it's more people like to get their backs first, get to that level 2 quicker. No one wants to really fight with just level 1.
This is going to be a roam Grumpjaw.
It is going to be a roam Grumpjaw. I didn't even think about that. So it's going to be CP Fortress with a weapon Baron and a roam Grump. Interesting. Not a bad way of playing that, to be honest. Grumpjaw actually makes for a pretty good roam. He's got some good CC. He's tanky.
And Fortress is going to be a fair fight for this guy, being able to close the gaps and having that maneuverability with heroes around. And Grumpjaw able to close those distances, he's going to have that hero around that he needs.
Oh, Grumpjaw moving in.
quick engage onto the Idris. Gonna back it off. 4 barrage comes out from the sky. Not really doing much, just kind of keeping them at bay. Baron does have his jump, so he is not defenseless here. Okay, well, Lance doing what Lance does best and holding down this this mustache bush of Team Me2Sexy. Just able to really be an annoyance at level 2 if he chooses to put that pressure on lane. And Baron does not want this farm up under his turret, which everybody who's watching knows that. They know that. I learned it when I was playing earlier today. Man, I lost something like 12 farm underneath my turret. Not fun.
Yeah, that's definitely a key skill to have.
Now, I noticed the Baron is making it a point to not get the splash damage onto these heroes to pull the minions under his turret. They will come after him and get pushed forward.
I do like the pressure that Peacocks is putting on the lane right now. They're forcing it hard. They know if they can starve out that Grumpjaw, that's their best bet for the late game.
So Baron being pressured here, but capitalizing on getting this farm, staying safe. Fortress making a move down here. Goes home after getting some farm. Impale comes out, just barely misses. Oh, he touched some shoestrings though. And just not leaving this lane.
Yeah.
No return on damage here that's being dealt either from these chakrams. And these.
It does look like.
All right, Sky's here now. 4 barrage, kind of just making life hell for this Baron. You know, he's having to be really careful about his farm, and he's doing really well. Props to Frostbeat, keeping the farm away from under his turret, not getting damage on these heroes when it's not needed.
Yeah, he's not falling behind at all. They got equal farm. They're both.
Grumpjaw putting on his big boy pants, finally stepping into that bush and making his presence known.
Farm is actually just identical right now, the junglers and the laners, so both teams just kind of playing it safe right now, just trying to get their farm. Fortress building up to his Storm Crown. Nothing too unusual build-wise going on here.
Nope, Sky and Fortress just able to get their farm.
Baron is going to want to shop. He's got a fair amount of money, so does Idris.
Oh, 4 barrage. So they're winning the poke war right now. But Baron still doing a great job. Gonna go home. Maybe just taunting a bit. Going home in plain sight of the enemy with a push lane. I just don't think it would happen, but maybe.
I mean, this whole game so far, the lane's been pushed onto for you side. But Baron's been doing a great job, like you said, taking it under the turret, making sure not to get that splash damage.
Teams showing each other a lot of respect here. Just ducking out. He's not even worried about them seeing. They're like, 5 minutes. I'm gonna go get my.
They shouldn't have given us taunts.
Oh, tension bow on the Baron.
Interesting. I actually like doing that tension bow. I've seen tension bow with a serpent's mask followed by some tyrants. Makes her a pretty nasty build.
Pretty stalematey here in the lane. Really just about the pressure on this Baron, and it's not working. So I really think they need to readjust and put this pressure on the jungle.
And you can tell he's just holding on his B. He knows he's going to need it as an escape if he's going to need it. So he's being very conservative with it, which is pretty good. Fortress got
on track.
Okay, for you making a play now.
Tiny little engage here. Just the babyest little steps here. Nothing that's really going to work out or try and get comboed.
Just an infant engage, right?
Yeah. An infant engage. Not fully realized. Doesn't realize the horrors of the world. Impale comes out and lands this time on the Baron. Forward barrage, gonna get some damage down. Idris laying that chakram out, zoning very well.
Good escape by the Baron.
Kind of a wasted ult from the sky there. Death from above. She's looking for opportunities here. Oh, shield into the wall, and the turnaround here as Fortress releases the pack. Lance taken very low. He might get away, but Fortress doesn't care. He's just going to keep going. He's going to take that extra turret shot. Oh, he doesn't take the extra turret shot. Good amount of health here. Oh, this chakram is going to rip right through the team. They need to back up, but great engage to get that Lance, who has been far too pushed.
Yeah, that was a really good engage by the Fortress, using the ult to jump in there, slowing everyone down, and then Grumpjaw just engaged with him.
Good block there from the Grumpjaw. Keep that forward barrage from melting the Baron. He was pretty low.
So now this turret's going to be a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah. More worried about the farm he's about to lose than any damage the turret will take.
What a dodge, though, by the Grumpjaw.
Yeah, using his abilities, timing it very well. He's playing very passively, as he has to because of the CC out of the Lance. But seizing the opportunities to defend the Baron and keep this lane. Well, I guess Lance wants to keep him there. Impale comes out, lands, but...
Just a love tap.
You know, if you can, why don't you just go home without their knowledge? I don't understand this.
I have always yelled at my laners whenever they port anywhere in front of the turret. I'm like, just take 4 steps backwards and then port.
I mean, they are just relentless pressure, just peacocking it right in front of this turret all day long for about 8 minutes straight.
Pun intended.
All right, so the engages are not happening. They're being shut down instantly by both of the roamers. Grumpjaw being able to block the damage and avoid the impales, but using that Githian wall effectively and to create opportunities of the 2 I've seen. I want to see more. Let's go, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
push for a gold mine.
It's been a battle of attrition so far.
Yeah. Stalemating with the heroes for these fights and these pokes.
Oh,
gets eaten and taken behind the turret. Ult comes out from the Baron. A lot of damage. They're chasing this down. He may... Nope. Wow.
Right there.
Shimmer striking back into the fight and getting deleted. Not the best move, but it saved him. I think he wanted something else to happen there. Maybe wait for the sky, but, you know, time ran out, so... Another kill goes over to We2Sexy.
Great play by the Lance, though, stunning the Grumpjaw out of the ult, giving Idris at least a chance of escaping. Looks like Sky might be going for Broken Myth next. Yep. No energy battery yet so far, which is a little surprising. You'd think that she'd want to get that sooner rather than later. Baron with the Sorrow Blade with the Tension Bow. He's going to be dealing massive damage with that.
Sky hitting level 10, which I think is more powerful than a level 10 Fortress carry. It could create an opportunity here to push for a gold mine.
Yeah, I mean, Fortress doesn't really have the same kind of power spikes that Sky does.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Really taking their time. Making sure to get all those taunts in.
I know, we want to see some blood here.
It's going to take some technical plays, like we said, for this guy and Idris to get something done. Because the combos are just going to come a little easier on the side of We2Sexy.
And the problem for Peacocks is the longer this game goes on, just the more that Baron is going to scale and become a problem.
Which I think is their tactic here, but they really need to turn it around and push for objectives. He is keeping pace with this Idris and farm.
Alright. They got a wave in here. Not really doing anything with it.
Go. Baron staying safe. Super safe. Popping 400s.
Not missing many farm, but Idris is now pulling ahead of farm 126 to 111. So that pressure is starting to affect Baron's farming.
Idris goes home. Sky's back farming. Lance just hanging out, and just gonna ignore middle minions and gold mines and pushing jungles. Nobody pushes jungles. Come on, push jungles.
Yeah, been very few invasions going on. Like we said, it's
Very safe play.
Yeah, very safe game so far.
Very respectful, I guess would be the better word. You don't want to put yourself into a situation in which the game snowballs out, which can happen very quickly after that first turret goes down.
Peacocks is slowly but surely damaging that turret, though, so it looks like 4U is going to have to start making some plays if they want to not get themselves into a tricky situation here. Ooh.
Gonna get that chomp down, brings it back around, getting death from above from the Sky, but not gonna land. Truth of the tooth. Sky taken very low, eating damage from this Baron. Wow, that jump jet was perfectly timed. I almost didn't even see it. He just was right in there when he needed to be. Fountain comes out. Lance just getting destroyed, and this is where it counts right here. They need to make this just pay. Or get something out of this. Go get their farm.
Yeah, now it's really key for them to push an objective. They have a kill.
Idris doing work.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Knows how strong he is. Yeah, he's pushing his turret because he knows how low it is. Look at that.
Oh,
what a great shot step. Gonna get that turret and might even get this grump jaw.
Oh my goodness.
Saved by a fountain.
Getting himself in just a little bit too far there, a little bit of trouble.
Double fountain. Fortress saving the day.
Still though,
it's 5 kills.
It just took out the Baron and pushed for the turret, when really it was 4U's opportunity to push an objective there. So that gotta give props to that Idris. That was some good plays right there.
Not the best time for Baron to lose his turret, and the team's gonna have to run together. But they've been staying together already. We got no gold mine even attempts at this point. Rolling up on 14 minutes. Same amount of gold. Only difference being the turret.
Yep. Baron now
makes
has
up for those kills.
Baron just got his Tyrant, so he's going to be hitting like a tank right now.
Yeah, feeling really confident right now, especially with the overdriven jump jets. So.
Yep. Looks like Fortress going for a second fountain, so 4U going for long-term survivability, which is, I mean,
he's had that fountain for a while. Yeah.
It would be a good idea, but Baron doesn't have a breaking point, so it's not like the longer these fights are going to last, the better off they're going to be. He's not really going to be building any stacks or anything.
He has no weapon attack speed, period. But the damage coming out of the Grumpjaw is sufficient. So whoever they pounce on, and if they are able to isolate somebody, they will get blown up.
Grumpjaw and Lance dancing with each other.
He's just holding vision. He's not a big fan of mines. Doesn't like buying them, so he's just keeping that vision with his body mass.
Yeah, he doesn't even have any flares on him at this point. A little surprising.
I'm pretty sure that Baron placed that one in the top bush too. Idris is able to push these lanes so quickly. He's got that breaking point. Engage comes out. Grumpjaw's going in. Attack of the pack. They are all over this Lance, okay? The pack keeps the team behind as they just focus on the Lance here, but he's going to be able to get away, I think. Nope! Jump Jets comes out. All over the Baron from the Idris. Idris is just going to eat some damage, though, as the ult comes down on himself. Sky holding the back line and holding it well. Just too risky to go all in on anybody, especially with a Grumpjaw around.
I mean, that was just a great play. Sky getting the kill, making 4U really not able to push any objectives right now. They're going to steal some jungle farm. They're really not going to be able to push for Kraken or even a turret. So, Peacocks holding it together. these fights are not going their way entirely, but they're making it hard for you to push anything really.
Yeah, and Idris is giving Baron a fight in the lane, especially for the objectives. You know, keeping that turret push and seizing the opportunity. You know, maybe chasing the kill wasn't the best choice after he killed that turret, but it was worth going for, you know. Maybe didn't expect a double fountain. All right, so Lance has a Crystal Infusion, level 10 Crystal Infusion's got a nice big chunk on it. If they were to engage, here come the flares. And he's got all kinds of flares now. He's got a flare gun and flares.
He heard me.
Well, they're looking for a fight. This is to push into a position that they are comfortable with to engage either an objective or one of these heroes. You know, just keeping that vision and keeping your Baron safe. Once again, the fight taking place in the side of Team We2Sexy's jungle, but they're going to disengage here. Not feeling it. Not feeling the choke point.
Yeah, I mean, like, Peacock's got to be careful right now. Just Baron is hitting so hard. Fortress nearly fully built. Baron with his second Tyrant's just going to be a mess. Skye still doesn't have her Eve yet. She's a little behind on the build.
All right, now on this next engage, I want to see if the Lance has to use everything to get away from this team again before getting destroyed, because that's basically, he just brings a wave of death over his team as he hangs around on the front line for way too long. He's got the items, but he's gonna need the timing.
It's okay. He's got the tier 3 skin.
Tier 3 skin helps. All right, and Baron's going home. I don't think they're gonna see it though. Evened up on gold.
Still, everyone seems just very timid. No one wants to really start the fight.
Nobody wants to throw. I've seen this behavior quite a bit, especially for the first match. Giving them the Baron and the Grumpjaw, I would have been itchy. You know, I would have been. It's a tough thing to engage on, but what they're counting on is that this team has to engage. Oh, just missing the stuffed on Lance, and you know, I don't even know if they would have got it.
And Grumpjaw wasn't that hungry. Fine.
He just sees an opportunities as they come. Here goes Skye. I think pretty much in full view. She's eved up. She's ready to go. Here we go. Nice positioning out of the Grumpjaw. Getting behind the Idris, but not going to be enough. Attack of the Pack comes out.
Yeah, Peacock still has that T1 turret, so it's not going to go anywhere right now.
We2Sexy, not too good at the engage there.
Yeah, they're starting engages like that look like they're going to go well, and then I mean Peacocks just always get themselves out of the situation. Good retreats.
So we're at 20 minutes, about to hit 40k. Stifled play, but at some point, you know.
I think Kraken just wants someone to hit him.
At this point, I'm saying Peacock is making a terrible error in letting this Baron get his double tyrants.
Yeah.
This is a nightmare for them.
It looks like something's about to start.
Yeah, they're testing the waters here. Lance taking the approach here into the jungle. It's going to see everybody. Forward barrage is coming out. Really just kind of letting them know that she's there. That's about it. Here we go. Some stacks are built. She's up to about 5 stacks. Nothing. Crystal infusion on the Lance. Everybody's infused. On the side. Team Peacock.
Yeah,
barrage comes out.
Peacock's time right now. They got to make a play.
Idris isn't having it. This is a good time to engage. They split the team in half, and they're going full on this guy. She is eating a lot of damage, but might get away here. Yeah, definitely going to get away. back onto the Grumpjaw. He's alone with the Idris. Oh, this just turned around. They let the team reconvene on their side of the jungle. Githian walled. Out comes another fountain. And oh my goodness. So much happening there, so spread out. Nice dive onto the sky, but the rest of the team couldn't commit, but it was a good change of targets. They turned around and were able to pick the targets that were going to be able to at least get the damage down on.
Yeah, I mean, like, for you, just started that engage so well, but it turned around on them. Peacock able to disengage and re-engage, cutting them off from the Baron. Good plays, good plays. Still no kills from that, though.
But keeping pace, that one turret means this much. Oh, and Lance is gonna get eaten, and be way in the enemy jungle here. Gonna take a lot of damage, and anything they should do, keep diving this, get the kill, build your stacks, move on to the Sky or Idris. Idris is a little too deep, getting pulled apart by this Baron. Out comes the fountain, and they are on this Sky. All right, you're running directly at her. Swivel run here. You're probably gonna die.
Second fountain went out.
Down to the death from above, but takes the Sky with him. Fortress, Valiant, just ate all of that forward barrage into that. But yeah, paid out, and they are here to take the Kraken now. And they'll get it with plenty of time.
It's very confusing why Lance was just so far out there, sitting there in that tri-bush. Grumpjaw just waited for the right opportunity to eat him up and took him into camp.
In every engage, Me2Sexy has capitalized on this Lance, building up their stacks and then just exploding onto the scene with Sky and Idris just hoping to do some kind of damage somewhere. The Sky got most of her damage down on her kite trying to run away. Lance spent most of his time running away. They engaged these fights just a little too wrong. They actually had a shot, but the disengage from Me2Sexy before the Kraken, that fight before the last fight, was well played.
Yeah.
So Kraken's barreling down the lane. He's going to start laying damage on this second turret. They're just pounding away.
Push.
They don't want to engage too hard. Just let Baron lay down these 6 hundies. Just throwing stacks.
Sky really not using her ult too well, I have to say.
Yeah.
Mispositioning it at times.
Not a lot of opportunity for it yet, and I would say Fortress suicided into her ult last time, but so the engage here back on to Me2Sexy, but Peacock is gonna get this turret and gonna extend the game just a little bit longer, and it's what they can do with it that's important now, because they've got a long road ahead of them, but they have shown that they can take turrets.
Yeah, I don't think Peacock is counted out of this just yet. That was definitely a good play by 4U, but I mean, it's like we said, the later this game has gone, Baron has just become a monster, so 4U is in a good position right now, but Peacock isn't out of it.
Oh, is it We2Sexy?
Yes.
Me2Sexy.
It's We2Sexy. We2Sexy.
The whole team is too sexy. I get it now.
You're also too sexy, but it's also we are too sexy.
I'm just like calling myself sexy all game. That's fine.
Yeah, no.
That'll work.
I wasn't going to correct you.
So, this guy
go back to our battle of attrition. Sky's perplexing you?
The engages are not risky enough for the Sky at this level. She needs to. Here we go. They got him. They're spearheading the team right now. Lance gets eaten. Idris and Sky are back again on the back line while here it comes. They're going to build their stacks and just explode onto this team and decimate the entire freaking team. Everybody goes down. Idris ain't going nowhere. Oh, he runs! That is it. Sky has no chance here. She can get home, but here comes the double shot. Explode. And that is the ace for We2Sexy. Pretty much a breakdown for all those fights.
I mean, it's kind of like what we predicted. Baron just came to the point where he could just 1v3 that team and just deal damage to everyone.
Unfortunate for the Lance to be in that position. Not a lot of chances to engage. And each time he did engage, they just jumped over his shoulders and made the Sky retreat, and she did every time. See, with Lance, he wouldn't have to be running back to his team if he had spent time Githian walling into those
not
walls that were around him, and then the team can be there, you know, up under his butt to help out with whoever he stunned. But they were
proper uses of the Githian wall. Yeah,
they didn't have a lot of faith in those team fights. You could tell. So the first game going to Me2Sexy.
I mean, that was start off as a fairly stale game, but got pretty exciting at the end there.
Great team fights. I'm not taking anything away from anybody in the top. I've definitely played terribly. I have no rank to speak of, so just calling it as I see it. The Lance just kind of spelled the end when, you know, he's like one of the 4 horsemen. When he showed up at his team's doorstep, he had the whole army on his ass, destroying him. So great game. Everybody got to full builds pretty much, except for the roams. They kept that one item slot open. Do you do that as a roam? I mean, even if you've got a contraption?
Do what, sorry?
Leave a space for mines and
I'll leave a space. I'll leave a space for extra flares. Yeah, just because I use the contraption primarily to lay mines, and then I'll have extra flares on hand. But like once you get past 25-ish minutes, then I'm gonna fill that slot with something else and hope that my vision's good enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 27 minutes. You're dying in every team fight. You need to go ahead and get that extra item.
Yeah.
To have that sustain if you are going to be the sole front line of your team.
Well, and like,
all right, so
yeah, it's tricky if you're going to sit out there for so long and just take that damage. Yeah, you're going to want something.
And he did. He went to two tier 3 weapon armors, but
wasn't enough.
Maybe not anticipating how much the fortress was going to be able to do and how well he was going to be able to keep his team on whoever he got. Yeah, there's not a ton of crystal damage coming out, but he's bringing everybody with him.
All right, well, we're going to switch sides right now, and I think we're almost ready to get going with Game 2, best out of 3. We2Sexy versus Peacocks. I don't know, do you think we're going to see a Baron ban?
Oh, are you in the match? I am not in the match.
Oh, you got booted?
I believe I got booted.
That's our subtle way of saying that you're fired. Sorry.
Dang. It was the intro, wasn't it?
It was the intro. It was the intro.
Stupid. What up, Finch? What's going on, man? You driving that truck? You ever see a tall, skinny dude on the side of the road with his thumb hanging out of his zipper? Man, that's me. Pick me up. I got places to go. So are you guys in the band of Pickfit? You guys picking the heroes and stuff?
No, we're trying to invite you back, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just waiting. Might have to cancel the invite and redo it.
Megs is working hard here trying to get you back in this game.
She's the hardest worker around, so I believe it. I invited you 3 times. Let me restart my app then. It must be me.
Yes, I've been told to tell you to restart your app.
That is... nice game, Super Evil. Nice game.
Buttery smooth, man.
Buttery smooth. Why do they slow it down? Why do you slow down buttery smooth? If it's buttery smooth, it's quick. Buttery smooth. You know, like that, like the 2-minute poop session.
Butter,
you know?
butter doesn't get thicker when it melts.
Buttery smooth. Hey, I'm back, y'all. What up? What's going on?
Oh, so we're not firing him? All right.
Yo, I'm not leaving without my pension.
The draft begins.
All right, Peacocks on the A side. I'm going to predict that either they're going to ban Baron or ban something else and hope to take Baron, because I don't think they're going to want We2Sexy to grab that Baron again.
I didn't learn anything about these teams from that match at all. I'm going to say it. I learned nothing. I saw stale plays nobody made a play, and if there was anybody who made a play, it was the Lance making the counter play against his team. The best
I'll agree with
teammate.
that. Although I will say that it seems like Fortress was really starting those engages. The alt. So I would say that I was impressed with that at least. But yeah, you're right. Really, it was Lance kind of out of position. You're tough to please. And there we go. Grump John Barron taken off the field. Wise decisions.
So
make good choices, people. Make good choices.
They just banned the whole team they just went against. Fair enough.
It's like that worked pretty well for We2Sexy, so let's just not let them have that again.
Yeah, and they're gonna go ahead and pick up the Vox. Peacocks
Vox
was the hero that was banned last time.
I would say Vox second to Baron as top laners right now.
Lyra, always annoying. I'm 100% about banning her.
Yeah. Kestrel, possibly lane, possibly jungle.
Alright, we've got a cocky leprechaun, Catherine, coming onto the field. I don't know. I don't know about Catherine. The silence is going to work great.
She's a pretty solid roamer right now, but
I feel like they need to change it up.
you can see a Koshka. Interesting. I mean, the win condition now Peacock has placed on themselves, they need to get a lot done in 15 minutes. Ooh, and we're gonna see a Batiste. Awesome. I'm guessing Batiste in lane. Batiste from Louisiana is gonna be angry at me.
Prepare for
So I don't know which way they're gonna go with this. So what? Crystal Power Kestrel in lane, but that'd have to be a weapon Batiste in, or sorry, Crystal Kestrel in the jungle with a weapon Batiste in lane, or switch that around. Interesting stuff.
And if you're just joining us out there, welcome to the NACL. You guessed it. We're sweet as can be. Thank you for joining us. Shout out to French and Megs and everybody else out there. Those are the two I care about. I'm sorry, everybody. But a lot of people put in work to do this. I know Angel Wolf out there. You guys should always give them mad props and say what's up. And if you want to get involved and be a caster or play in our league, hit up the Discord, hit up the band. Are we still doing band?
Oh yeah, we're sponsored by Band.
Oh, we're sponsored by Band. I love Band.
Yeah, Band's great. It's gonna be a jungle Batiste. I like it. Ever since he got the little bit of a buff in this patch, he's been pretty nasty actually with his P scaling.
He's difficult to engage.
And I think he's gonna be trouble for the Koshka, who's just gonna want to jump in and then jump right out. And he's gonna lock her down pretty hard.
Yeah, gonna need some time to hear some shades because the movement on these teams is gonna be insane.
I'm excited for this matchup. I don't even know which team I'm favoring right now.
All right, Frosty Lotus is getting invaded here.
Yeah, it looks like Batiste is gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Kestrel trying to get the stun on, and Koshka making work out of him. Looks like they're gonna get the kill. Yep, Koshka locks it down. Good job.
Nice read. You think that he would have went north to try and get close to that Lyra, but he didn't. He tried to trick him up, but she read it immediately.
And he tried using his Ordain to get himself out of the situation, but Koshka didn't mind sitting still for a little bit. And then they're going to take that middle treant. A little bit of a bonus there.
All in all, didn't lose too much from that, as much as they could have.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure if securing the middle minion is more important than denying your enemy jungle a farm.
Yeah,
but I got something out of it.
Batiste coming up, looking for a fight. Some revenge. Koshka's gonna head down, just go back to her farm. but already we have more action than last game. I feel like this is going to be a bloodier game than the last.
Yeah, making an attempt to at least knock on the door of that jungle.
Yeah, they heard you. They wanted you wanted to just.
Give me that jung. Give me that dung.
Batiste just throwing acid at everyone's faces.
What is this? The Middle East? Zynga.
I always thought it would be cooler if his bad mojo was like some kind of magic instead of just like a vial of acid.
You know,
But alas, he's
I
basically.
hate to get in. I don't want to get to this, you know, in the middle of a match, but his whole character style needs a remake.
just scrap the character.
Oh, for real.
All right, looks like We2Sexy trying to do something here. Yeah.
And Kasha gonna seize the opportunity. She just saw everybody in lane and beelining to the back here. She's gonna wait for the respawn. We'll see if it happens. Catherine can hold down her jungle.
Yeah, not a lot of vision going on right now on We2Sexy side. Koshka's
If I were
got her-
Koshka, I'd be getting weary right now. I'd be like, come on, spawn. Something. All right.
He's happy now.
It's gonna return on it too.
Silent Kill is gonna want to invest in some vision pretty soon. Koshka's just been owning that jungle. Now the turret's gonna take a few hits. Blocks. Just a few love taps. Catherine and Lyre duking it out. Everyone's just sort of poking each other, not really looking for a full engage just yet.
Catherine having a hard time building stacks here. A very hard time building stacks.
Yeah, that's just her third one. Alright, well, build-wise, nothing too surprising. Kestrel already has Sorrow Blade up.
Let's make some predictions.
Prediction.
Who wins the first team fight? Who dies first?
I feel like
Oh, someone already died. That's alright, yeah.
I feel like in the first team fight,
That was an invade.
Catherine's gonna back off. I want to say early game advantage still goes to Peacock right now if Koshka can make some plays. But if Batiste can lock down Koshka and Kestrel get some good hits off, it's gonna turn the tide there. Koshka taking a lot of poke right now from Kestrel. She's gonna have to back off. We2Sexy might be making a play right now, sensing that Koshka's either low or gone. Okay.
Koshka's got some fat farm she needs to go get in her jungle. She's avoiding her jungle and she's falling behind in farm.
I'm curious what build Batiste is going to go with. If he's going to get like a Storm Crown, go a little that sense, or he's just going to go pure crystal, go for damage and cooldown.
Is a Storm Crown something he would want to get later? Oh, right into the Shadow Glass.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I feel like you could build him sort of like you build like a proc glaive, just with some crystal damage and then some cooldown. Ooh, and gosh, Kath gets a stun off on Lyra, takes some damage. She's gonna back off. Kestrel just chunking Catherine.
Oh, she's chunking everybody.
Even as weapon power, those glimmer shots are nasty. Koshka also goes for the Shatter Glass. I've been seeing that more and more lately. People don't seem to go Aftershock too much with Koshka these days. Even go double Shatter Glass.
All in all, these teams are pretty evenly matched. You know, they're farming appropriately, they're rotating appropriately for the given situation. But the difference comes down to these team fights.
Yeah,
And
minimal goal difference. So
how they're engaging and how they're landing their damage is gonna be a little trickier. Peacock in a great position to land silences and stuns all day.
Catherine makes her play, gets trapped by the Ordain. Koshka jumps in, gets some damage. Fearsome Shade just disengages that whole battle. One shot, one kill misses. Everyone's sort of disengaging now. They've used up all their abilities.
Oh, Koshka went from, Kesha went from nothing to full health pretty much.
Yeah, that heal by Lyra. Yeah, they keep trying to nerf her, but Lyra still such a powerful hero.
You know, I've noticed I've been able to keep my screen right here in the center of lane and see everything pretty much.
Yeah, those early jungle invasions sort of calmed down. Koshka not feeling it anymore.
Alright, Block's gonna push this turret, force Baptiste in a lane.
Lyra's gonna hold that lane nicely for the Kestrel. Peacock looks like they want to start something. Koshka waiting for make a jump.
They want to pressure this, but you can't hang around in front of them like that.
Ooh, one shot hits the Cath, taking a good chunk from her. She's taking a lot of pain this game, and not really throwing up the bubble too often. Needs to start redirecting that damage back towards We2Sexy.
Yeah. Kestrel's gonna have to be careful.
And surprisingly, no reflex block from Baptiste or the Kestrel, so they're relying on Lyra to crucible that Kestrel or that Koshka ult, which leaves the Cath open to using her silence more properly if she can use it. Though.
There's a big arsenal of stunned silences on the side. Peacocks.
Yeah, I mean, timed properly, that they could do some work with a silence and then followed up by Koshka's ult. But they're being a little passive right now, which is not a good thing when you have a Koshka on your team. Like, you want to have a turret or two down already at this point.
Agreed. Yeah, you should be pushing these objectives pretty hard. If you can. I mean, as much as they're relying on Lyra, they could be relying on Catherine's stun to be timed perfectly to get the kill or the objective.
Yeah, but Catherine just not getting the stuns off. Only 6 stacks right now. Hard to throw out the bubble either. She's gonna throw out her. Oh! And wow, Vox goes down. One shot, one kill. Gets taken by Koshka. Saves Catherine essentially. But they're gonna have to disengage. We2Sexy just takes that fight. Koshka doesn't even get her ult off. Peacock's looking for the steal.
Totally worth. Go in.
Oh! And Koshka gets it. Sacrifices herself for it.
Worth.
Good steal though.
Totes worth, and they're gonna push turret. Come on. Great work out of the Catherine to get lost. You know, to not put herself in danger as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no sense in both of them going down. So I don't know, like what would be an average number of stacks for Catherine at this point in the game? I don't know what the normal number would be, but it seems like
the number
pretty low.
It's 2 or 3 per minute.
Right, so she should already be in the 20s right now.
Yeah. It starts compounding itself once she gets her ultimate and lands them effectively.
Mm-hmm. So Baptiste is going with an Eve. Pretty interesting. I guess that those bad mojas are going to help him get some health back. Just a lot of poke coming from We2Sexy. They're doing a pretty good job of making sure that Peacocks doesn't feel comfortable engaging.
Yeah, they really need to make this engage, so here we go. Psych.
Both teams just very timid. No one wants to make the first mistake. Vox gets his tyrants. It's gonna start hitting hard.
Baptiste has a level advantage here. He's got item advantage. They should be pushing something.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't go home. Don't do it.
She wanted her tyrants and an infusion. All right. Looks like Kestrel's going to be coming back, ready to really start something. So hopefully we'll see some blood soon. Vox and Catherine pushing in on the turret, doing some damage. We2Sexy full team up in lane. Let's do something.
So I'm We2Sexy right now, right? I want to push objectives because I want them to come to me. And since you can't get them to come to you and you can't find a way to engage, you start taking steps. Take the jungle, take the gold mine, and when they come on you, you know you've got the damage.
Koshka hasn't been in the scene for a bit now. Makes her way up to lane. Whew. Koshka nailing Vox with that glimmer shot. Alright. Kath gets a stun off. Not really going to do anything with it though. Vox just taking damage slowly but surely. We2Sexy, I think they need to start taking advantage of the poke that they're dealing here. Vox gets some defense for the Kestrel, respecting the hurt. But no Shiv from the Vox. Yeah, that's a good point someone made on the stream here. No Shiv against a healer. It's going to put them at a disadvantage. Lyra's going to pretty much be able to heal without any impunity.
If they can stagger these engages, they may just be waiting for these war treads from the Catherine to really seize these opportunities here.
Vox getting some damage on. Koshka ready for a jump in. Gets spotted. Taking a lot of damage. She's going to have to back off. We2Sexy. Looks like they're going to want to engage on this. Peacocks looking low. They got a wave. Baptiste kind of sitting back. One shot doesn't connect.
Very safe play. Very safe.
Yeah, not a lot of action. Here we go though. Kestrel dealing damage. Everyone's gonna just back off. I mean, what do you think We2Sexy should do differently if they're not gonna engage like that? What should they do?
So what they just watched was team members going home. What they can do is engage. They can go in this jungle and take the jungle miner so that they are in a position to take Kraken even better. The team has nowhere to go once they start and engage on the objective or the other team. So
I even like that nasty play where you tickle the Kraken, wait in the enemy's tri-bush, and then just get ready for a nasty gank.
Oh yeah, just get it to move. My favorite thing is to hide in the stub bush next to the tri with a mine in there.
Oh, even better, even better.
Oh yeah.
Okay, here we go.
They're deep.
Yeah, they're very deep. Bulwarks goes up. Silence. Koshka jumping on Kestrel. Kestrel gets away, kills the Koshka. Vox just dealing damage, but not able to get any kills. Kath taking so much damage, goes down. Vox in trouble. Kestrel picks up the triple kill. Beautiful plays.
Now that engage, they had full advantage, and they still lost because they don't have the items.
Yeah, and I mean, props to Kestrel with that great went into her camouflage. Got the big hit off on Koshka, just turned that fight because she was almost a goner there.
True.
That's going to be a turret and a Kraken. Confirm the Kraken with one shot. Okay. Good play. Good play. Yes, this is not looking good for Peacocks. All turrets are up for We2Sexy with a Koshka. We're now past minute 15. She's gonna start not doing so good in these team fights. She does not have broken myth yet, so it's not looking too good for Peacocks.
Yeah, and it is way too late for Koshka to be diving the back line on this pedestal. But to be fair, she was up under a turret pretty much all game, so.
Yep. Koshka makes her way into the fight, but choke point goes down. Vox gets hit by the Ordain. Ooh, one shot, get blocked. Koshka though, just taking hits, has to go back to base. Catherine not looking too healthy either. Kraken doing work.
They have an escape route here. They can stay as long as they like.
I mean, they got Lyra with the heals. Fountain hasn't been popped. Peacocks is up. They got all their activatables. Peacocks. Kraken goes
They
down.
want this fight. Yeah, there it goes.
Fearsome Shade pushes Vox out of the fight. Cat is not looking good. Vox, don't know how long he can survive. He does take down Batista. And Kestrel, with the second triple kill of the game, finishes it for We2Sexy. Wow. What a game.
Much better display, but on capitalizing on those mistakes of Team Peacock.
Yeah, I mean, Peacock put up a good fight, but I think they got outdrafted in the first game, and in the second game, not outdrafted, but they just didn't use their draft to the fullest. Wasn't able to capitalize on the Koshka.
You gotta love some good style. Yeah, finishing the Kraken with style.
With one hit, yep.
Or finishing the Crystal with style.
That's a it could be a Kraken. GG everybody. That was those were some fun games. Very very calculated plays.
Very decisive team fights. Difficult to wager who would take it because you really couldn't tell until a team fight started and someone went down. But once a team member went down, they did great about closing the fight, not throwing it, not getting caught out, not spending their time playing around because they think they've won the fight, but really taking the opportunity to just wipe the whole team.
Yep. I mean, do you think Peacocks could have done anything differently that second game? I'm not sure they really did any plays, but
I
don't know how else. Like you said, Kestrel is just up against that turret the whole game. Koshka couldn't really
see, but
much.
Here's the thing. You don't want Kestrel in lane, so where do you apply your pressure?
Right. And
you go low. You go low, baby.
They weren't listening to you, man. I know.
Koshka was in there. Koshka was poking around, but that's not enough. You can't just poke around. You gotta.
She poked around for the first 2-3 minutes. Then she kind of backed off, and
you gotta go B's D. B's D, ladies and boys.
B's D. How censored do we have to be on the screen here?
Pretty censored. You watch your mouth. These are children. Yeah, Megs, I feel you. I just saw that.
Meg's talking about me behind my back.
Yeah, totally.
Oh my god, I knew it.
You know, you're lucky I'm such a nice guy.
Why? Thought we were.